Section 9.6 is on comparing and ordering rational numbers. And we're going to be looking on page 206. So a glaciologist, a scientist who studies glaciers, records a temperature of negative 7.5 degrees Fahrenheit. The next day he records a temperature of negative 10.25 degrees Fahrenheit. Which day was colder? So we can use a number line to figure this out, or you can just kind of think about it possibly. But first of all, a number is always greater than a number to its left. So the further to the left we get, those are the smaller numbers. The further to the right we get, those are the bigger numbers. A way you can help remember that is to the left is less, and to the right is more. So left and less, at least, both kind of, they start with L's and kind of sound similar. And then a positive number is always going to be greater than a negative number. So what they did here, they plotted these kind of like we did previously. So negative 7.5, that was between negative 7 and negative 8, right in between those. Negative 10.25, that'd be like negative 10 and 1/4. So it's between negative 10 and negative 11. It's closer to the negative 10. You know, we could put some marks in here for, you know, fourth, half, and 3/4. Anyway, so the colder temperature then is the one further to the left. So negative 10.25 degrees Fahrenheit would be colder. We'll look at this example. They want us to compare negative 3 and negative 2.5. These are pretty close to each other, so the number line would maybe be helpful for us to see what's going on here. So they plotted the negative 3 on the number line. Negative 2.5 is like negative 2.5. You could just keep it as negative 2.5. I'm not sure why they changed that to a decimal, but anyway, that's halfway between negative 2 and negative 3. So the one further to the left is smaller, so that means negative 3 is less than negative 2.5. You could think of like negative 3 degrees would be colder than negative 2.5 degrees, or like if you owed $3, that means you owe more than if you owe $2.5. So if we look at a few problems here, starting with number 1, they want us to choose the greater number. So on number 1, actually we have one of the numbers is positive and one's negative. So we know that the positive number is always going to be bigger, and so the greater number we're choosing here would be 4 2500ths. Number 2, we have 1/2 and 3/2. 3/2, if you divided that out, that's the same as 1 1/2, or 1.5 if you did a decimal. And if you think about 1/2 and 1 1/2, 1/2 is going to be between 0 and 1, and 1 1/2 is going to be between 1 and 2. So the greater number here would be 1 1/2. Okay, number 3, we've got negative 5.5 and negative 6.5. So with those, same idea, you can use a number line. And if you want to, when you're doing these, if you want to just make a number line that goes a little further, and then you can keep reusing it instead of having to keep drawing new number lines for every problem. Okay, and I'm not quite far enough here. Okay, so negative 5.5, think about, we're starting from 0. we're passing up -5, but we're not quite getting to -6. So halfway in between here, this would be -5.5. -6.5, we're even lower than -6. That's going to be halfway between -6 and -7. So in this case, these are both negative numbers. In this case, the greater number would be -5.5. It's not as negative. And also, like we talked about, the numbers further to the left are less. The numbers further to the right are more or greater. Number 4, we have 0 and 5/10. So comparing those two, 0 is right between positives and negatives, and you can kind of see even on this number line here. Here's the 0. -0.5 would be like -1/2. So the 0 would be the greater number for number 4. Number 5, on this one you can simplify this to start with. So they've got -6/3. I don't like where they have the negative sign there, but it would be like this. So 6 divided by 3 is 2. So this would be the same as -2. So -2, and then our other one we have -5/10, which is like -1/2. So like I said, you could probably just go off of one of the previous number lines that you've done. Here's -2. -5/10 would be like -1/2. So the greater number would be -1/2. If it's -1/2 degree, it's warmer than -2 degrees. Not by much, but. Number 6, similar idea. We can reduce these to start with. So 20 divided by 10 is 2. 10/20ths, those both end in zeros, so they're both divisible by 10, and that'd be the same as 1/2. You could also just make a note that 10/20ths, if you have 10/20ths of something, you don't even have the whole thing. So obviously having 2 things would be more than that. And normally what we'll do on a problem like this is write our answer using the original numbers. So we would write 20/10 for our answer for this problem. Number 7, we've got -3 and -3.5. So one final number line here. And it's always, I think, a good idea to put 0 on your number line to kind of get an idea where you're at. So here's -3. -3.5, that would be in between -3 and -4. So the greater number here would be -3. Another thing they ask us to do in this section is to order the rational numbers from least to greatest, and once again we can use a number line. You can put them on a number line, and then if you're doing least to greatest, just go left to right on your number line. So you can see they put these on the number line, and then like I said, at that point you're just going just in the order that they're on the number line. That's your order from least to greatest. So if we look at a few examples with this, they want us to put these in order from least to greatest. And once again, they're offering the number line to help us out. So 5.25, it's going to be more than 5. It's pretty close to 5, but just a little bit past it. And these are pretty big. They're going by 5s here, so these are pretty big intervals in between, but this should be hopefully good enough for us to tell on these problems where we're at. -7.5, it's between -5 and -10. It's actually right in between them. It's halfway in between those two. And then -3.5, we're not quite to -5 yet, so -3.5 would be here. So least to greatest would be negative 7.5, negative 3.5, and 5 and 25 hundredths. Number 14, similar idea, negative 5/10. We're just in the negatives. We're actually not even to negative 1 yet. 3 and 25 hundredths, that's between 0 and 5. And then 0 is at 0. So least to greatest would be negative 5/10, 0, and 3.25. If you're ever doing problems like this and this is not enough detail, you can just either just be more specific and put all the numbers, or, you know, if we have 0 and negative 5, I mean, if you're able to do it, this might be a little tricky, but you could just put marks in between to represent negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4. But like I said, if there's a lot of stuff that's close together, you really might want to even, you know, specifically label each one of the numbers on your number line. And you're welcome to use the same number line multiple times. You know, if you want to just put the dots above your number line and then erase them for the next problem or something like that, you can do that also. Okay, and then number 16, on 16, the second number we have 2 over 1. 2 divided by 1 is just 2. Make sure you see the negative here on this one. On your tests, I will try to put the negative with the numerator. So negative 3/4, that's just into the negatives. It's a little bit bigger than negative 1. 2 is between 0 and 5. And 1 and 1/4 is also between 0 and 5. So here's where we got to look at this a little closer. Well, 1 and 1/4, that's not as big as 2. So that's going to be in between here. So negative 3/4, 1 and 1/4, and 2 over 1 would be our order least to greatest for this one. We'll look at number 44. It says Tony jumps 5.25 feet in the long jump. Michael jumps 6.5 feet. Alex jumps 6.25 feet. And the question is, how should they line up on the podium from longest to shortest jump? Okay, so we're looking who has the longest jump here first of all. These are a little bit closer, so this is probably a good thing for us to look at that we haven't done yet. And what we want to do is line up your decimal points, and then remember, for decimals you can always add zeros afterwards, and that'll make it easier. We want longest to shortest jump, so the longest would be the biggest number here. So the longest jump would be the 6.50. That was Michael. So Michael was first, and then second, 6.25 would come next, which was Alex. And then in third, Tony was 5.25. And then 45, we have 2 metals that are cooled to temperatures of 2 1/2 and negative 3 3/4. Which one is the warmer temperature? Okay, so the warmer temperature would be the higher temperature. We know positives are always bigger than negatives. Positives are always higher numbers than negative numbers. So 2 1/2 degrees Fahrenheit would be the warm temperature. So this gives you an idea of how to compare and order rational numbers. Have a good day.